You clicked on this video. I know why you're here. You're here to grow, and you will. All I need is your 20 minutes. Please, God damn it. Don't click off and retain something. Please. This is your blueprint to growth. God damn attention economy. Now, why is acknowledgement and acceptance the first part? Let me tell you. If you can't accept and acknowledge the things around you, you'll never be able to move on. Whether it's in a relationship with someone else, a loved one, or even just a situation. If you're not able to accept, acknowledge, and learn from the outcomes, you'll never move past. You'll never break free. Let me give you some examples of acknowledging and accepting in just how we were raised. When you apologize, you're acknowledging that you did the wrong thing, and the other person has to accept that you did that, and then you realize that you're actually truly sorry. In sales, when you get an objection from a customer, what is the first thing you're supposed to do? Acknowledge it. Say, I understand. Hey, let me do this and for you, and this is what the benefits are. I understand why it's too much money. You have to make sure the other person feels heard and understood. It's human psychology, but it's also psychology for yourself. If you can't accept you for who you are, you'll never be able to grow. How does this really apply to you? This is where you have to take your actions that you're doing right now and really weigh them to the person you want to be. Ask yourself these questions. What in my life am I not proud of right now? What do I wish I was doing differently? What are all the things that are holding me back? And then ask yourself this question. What am I proud of myself for doing? What do I want to expand on and grow and learn about more? For some people, this is easy as, I want to stop scrolling and I want to learn about my major or my study or the future jobs or the future economy. It can be easy as that, but it can also have deeper meanings, and it's really for you to fill in the blank and really decide, what do you need to cut back on? What do you need to add more of? What do you need to expand on? Once again, you can never move on without acknowledgement and acceptance. For all my students out there, it's a new season. It can be a new season for anyone if you're not a student. You can go into this year with a fresh mindset that, hey, I want to grow on this, I want to expand on this. And it's easier when you have something that is new or something that is starting up. So for example, high schoolers, hey, school just started. I don't want to throw this year away and really waste my potential. So this is where you can kind of accept that and get the potential growth that you have. Now that point kind of relates to my last video. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. And it's really just reconnect and assess yourself and accept yourself and acknowledge what you need to do and what you need to take care of. But this is where phase 2 comes in, which is going to be set goals, eliminate, and plan. Now, those are 3 very broad things, but this is kind of where you lay the groundwork. So, let's start with be organized. For most people, becoming organized, maybe cleaning your room, and this is a part of that, but really I think organize mentally. Like I was talking about, the 3 things you want to expand on or eliminate. So, what I would recommend doing is writing a personal brand statement. If you don't know what that is, I'll put mine up on screen. But this is what businesses use, what people use. It's their morals, their roles, and their key values. This is a key step for becoming an effective, a growth mindset focused person. So as I mentioned earlier, another part of organization is being clean. This means your areas, the area you live in, the area you work in, the area you sleep in. They should be clean. They should almost be blank. It should be like starting a new canvas and you're, drawing the picture. That way, your brain is allowed to think with freedom. It's not distracted by the clutter you have around you. And over time, as you're cleaning your space, maybe you do it once a month or once every 3 months, a deep clean, you will notice that not that you start to like it more, but really the fact that it does benefit you, and the fact that you will continue to clean more and more because you like the fact that you're able to think so freely. Now, this organization can also be digital, because we are moving to a digital, centralized world. You can clean out your phone, clean out your camera roll, clean out your home screen, clean out all the things you don't need on your phone. Social media as well, that's up to you. If you want to limit it, there's a thing called your mental diet. With your mental diet, the video cut out. So first off, I know if you made it this far, you actually have a somewhat clean mental diet and you're somewhat serious. Your mental or information diet is whatever you consume on a daily. So if you're consuming TikTok, scrolling, your mental diet will tend to get clogged up, meaning you will stunt your growth and limit the things you're allowed to take in. With this step, we're really trying to, start blank. Allow yourself to create possible creative solutions to things, to grow, to learn. And when you're clogging your mental diet with things that are not helping you grow, such as entertainment, video games, things along that line, this kind of defeats the purpose. And it's like your other diet, your normal diet. If you're eating those kind of shitty things, the quality of whatever lifting, you're not going to get the same effect. So if you're trying to learn and you're feeding your mind with shit, you're not going to learn. Put it simple. So once again, it's going to be eliminating the things you don't need in your life. You don't need school. You need reading. You need centralized focus. I know this may sound bland and boring, but that's where the most creative ideas come from. Things like investing your time in video games, or scrolling, or smoking, or these, not so good habits for you. You really clogs your mind. Once again, you're not able to think, or really think freely. You're being contained. You're not pushing yourself to grow. So what do we need? We need healthy habits. Habits are something you build slowly over time, just like this whole growth mindset and this whole growth lifestyle, where you'll continue to grow till the time you die. That's the beautiful part about this. You're always going to be pushing yourself. You're always going to be building new habits, trying new things. If something doesn't work, you're able to exchange it. An example of a habit that I started was, my parents used to make me put my phone outside of my room when I sleep. And, went through 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade. I took it back in my room after, 9th grade. And so 10th grade, 11th grade, it kind of felt weird. I would stay up late. I wasn't myself at school. I wasn't myself during the day. And after the day, I couldn't get the kind of results I wanted in the gym. So I recently started this year putting my phone outside of my room and sleeping. Less distractions. It's all about less distractions and eliminating. So another example of a healthy habit, and they can be so easy, they can also be challenging, is every day I'll wake up, and this ties into the phone one, is I'll just go outside. I'll do a stretch, I'll go for a walk, whatever it is. The first thing I'm doing is going outside. It's usually around 10 to 15 minutes. Waking up, going outside early, stopping the cortisol release is an easy and effective habit. It will replace scrolling in the morning. It can replace something else. You're eliminating the bad habits and replacing them with a better one, a simpler one. That way you can think creatively, freely, do things that are actually beneficial for your body. As I said, in this growth lifestyle mindset, there are so many benefits, so many rewards. You'll never stop growing. You'll be healthier, and you'll just be a better person overall. And I can promise you that. Now, these simple, healthy habits that I've mentioned, what makes us stick to them? What makes us want to build healthy habits? And that's going to be goals. That's going to be in the next part. With goals, They're attainable, they can be simple, they can be challenging, and they're fun. And they really make you push yourself. If you are setting the right goals, you will want to achieve them. You will want to push yourself. You will want to grow to achieve those goals. Now, I'm gonna give you some of my goals. I don't have them with me, but I'll show you them on my phone. In a simple way, how you can actually put your goals on your phone. That way you're focused through your phone, not scrolling. You're checking your goals. You're checking what you need to do. Another part of acknowledgement and acceptance is fears, and really accepting the fact that you might be afraid of something, or something might go wrong, or really pushing yourself. Hey, I don't really want to do this right now. Why am I not pushing myself? And then really come to terms with yourself why you're not doing it, and that will be acceptance. Then working is actually going to be taking the action. But once you understand yourself on why you're scared, or even just the fact that, hey, I know I'm afraid of heights, but I'm still gonna do things that, are gonna push me out of my comfort zone regarding heights. That way I can grow. Jumping off of a rock in like 20 feet down, or climbing a tree and just sitting there and reading, trying to keep my heart rate low. Things like that you can implement into your life, and it's just another part of acceptance. So this phase started with organizing. We talked about eliminating. We talked about setting goals. And we talked about how, creating those healthy habits are really driven by goals. But what drives goals? Planning. Now, you have a calendar. You're 17, 18. I'm a teenager. I don't need a calendar. The sooner you get a calendar, digital, obviously, the better. The more organized you're going to be. You need to start planning stuff. It sounds lame as hell. It is lame as hell. But you will know what you're doing that day. You will know when assignments are due. You will know, I gotta make this video today. You will know all the things you need to get done today. And that's the most important thing. Getting what you need to do done. That's what makes you effective. That's what makes you sharp. And that's what allows you to grow. If you're not doing all the things you needed to do in a day, shit, it's a waste of a day. Shit. And honestly, this is something I need to get better at. I do have, my plan times in. Hey, I know 2 hours before bed, I don't want to be eating. I don't want to be, watching anything. I want to be relaxing, cooling off my dopamine. But this is something I need to get better at, scheduling all my events, even scheduling the things I need to do in the day. And that'll tie us to our next point. Now, phase 3. This is the most straightforward part. You have your clean sheet. You've accepted to who you are. You're ready to grow. Now, what do you actually have to do? What do you actually have to do to grow? Is work. You gotta work towards your goals. You gotta constantly be working on your habits. I need to make sure I do this today. I need to make sure I do this week. Getting all the things you need to do done in a day. Now, this is also one of the more challenging parts, I would say. With no pain, no gain. Everyone's heard the saying. But this is gonna be the hardest part. Actually stopping the things you needed to stop. Actually putting the work in towards your goals. If you wanted to get jacked, dude, if you wanted to get ripped, go to the gym. Make sure you're doing it 5 times a week. If you wanted to replace scrolling with reading, make sure you're reading 5 pages a day. Make sure when you wake up, there's a book in front of you, not your phone. The amount you're able to grow will be the amount you're able to sacrifice. If you really, really want to enter in a bodybuilding competition, you'll be working out those 5 times a day, and you'll be changing your diet. You'll be sacrificing not eating sugar, not eating ultra-processed foods, not doing this. It's really about the sacrifices you make to make sure that your goals are met. When you're working, you are putting conviction into your work. You're putting your beliefs into your craft, into your hands. There's no way I can fail. There's no way. That's the mindset you need to have when you're working, when you're pushing towards your goals, which gets us to the don't give a fuck point. But make sure you have conviction within yourself, within the things you're doing, and within the growth you will have. There's no way you can fail. There's no way. Within this, you will need to trust the process. There are going to be some days that you just feel like, oh, let me go lay down in my bed and scroll for an hour. Don't do it. It becomes so easy to go back to old habits, go back to old things that are holding you back, not allowing you to grow, not allowing you to think freely. Your room will become clogged up again, will become dirty. You need to keep working to keep it clean. Now, these are simple things, but obviously in work terms. Apply this to your job. This will allow you to be more focused. For me, you saw some of my goals earlier. Grow my business, work my 2 jobs, make sure I'm posting content, make sure I'm getting, flicks for my modeling gig. Make sure I'm playing the guitar, make sure I'm doing all the things I need to do, make sure I'm eating healthy, make sure I run these 20 miles. Trust the process. And don't allow things that are not helping you grow back in your life. It's simple as that. Don't let them. Don't be a bitch. As I mentioned earlier, investing is our 4th step. Reflecting and not giving a fuck is really your 4th and final step. So, what you have been doing over this time where you've identified yourself, you're accepting, what needs to be done, what needs to change, then actually starting, the clean sheet. You've cleaned everything. You got your clean sheet. Now you're working towards your goals. You know what you're working towards and you're actually doing it. What you have done is invested in yourself. Now, with this, you'll probably be making more money. You'll be using your time more efficiently. You have invested your time to gain more time, to gain growth. Now, with growth and with all of these steps, you need to be reflecting on yourself. And with that, you can decide, hey, this needs to change, or something else might be starting up in your life and you might need to adapt your schedule or adapt the way you live. Or even reflecting, hey, for me, here's an example. Hey, my videos are getting better. Maybe I should invest in a microphone. Maybe I should invest in this, which will help me reach my goals. It's investing 101. Now, not giving a fuck. This is, it kind of goes without saying, but during this growth mindset that will take place over your whole life, people are gonna hate. People only see the achievements. They don't see the work you have put in. They don't see it all. So what you need to do is tune out everything. You need to detach mentally from people, from distractions, from everything that will be holding you back. You need to not give a fuck because you know that you're investing in yourself and that you will be growing over the course of your life. Don't give a fuck about haters. Don't give a fuck about what people say. When you're growing, you know what you're doing is right. And that's where the cycle repeats. If you enjoyed this video, learned something, please subscribe, reach out to me on Instagram, whatever, Gmail. I'd love to hear from you. The future is about to change, and if you're not willing to grow, you're gonna be tossed in with the crowd. You're not gonna stand out. That's why, if you have a growth mind, there's no way you can fail. It's conviction, working with conviction. Now get after it and go grow.